faithful, go ahead and acknowledge me. You might as well. Everyone else is doing it. And how do you do that? You smash the like button and you click the subscribe. And if you really want to be goated, you leave me a comment and let me know your feelings, thoughts, or anything else you've got to say. Now, if you're new here, buckle in. I'm going to talk about the NBA slate today. There's a few games. I'm doing this the night before, so you already know the board's going to be poverty. On top of that, I did a master class for 24 hours straight. I'm on a 7-day heater, so I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. The first person that I'm going to talk about is none other than Luka Doncic right here, right now. And PrizePicks has a little bit of a glitch. His points are at 34.5. They're also at 33.5. So what are you going to do? You're going to take 33.5, jabroni. It's very simple. You wouldn't want to take 34 when you can get it at 33. But this is an obvious situation. Obviously, they're probably going to bump it to 34.5. So get it in while you can. Do I really need to explain it to you? Luka has a 1.76 fantasy point per minute with a 36% usage rate. The man commands the offense. I don't care if Kyrie's on the floor, Poverty Green, Jones, Gafford. Luka controls all of it. They do very little ball movement and Luka controls it all. My only fear for this game is the obvious. A blowout could be a concern, okay? So we always have to factor that into the mix. And since Luka's PRA first half is at 27.5 and his points, you could take either one of these. I wish it was at 27 giving us push equity, but at 27.5, it's going to go ahead and get the nod for me. So you can put it in the mix if you'd like, and that will shield you from a blowout if that happened. Okay, so right away, I talked about the play of the day, Luka. It's not a secret. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look at the Discord from last night and we're going to see how we did. Because remember, I told you guys I'm on a 7-day heater, 7 days of absolute master classes. It's extremely hard to do, but I was able to get it done and hopefully I can make it 8 and get this bag tomorrow. Or should I say today by the time you guys are watching this. Why am I doing this the night before? Because I'm going to try to go golf number 1, but number 2, I'm going to try to get those views up and see if putting it out the night before gets it done because people are missing master classes and it's a shame. So this was me yesterday. These are a couple of my slips. Gary Trent with a 0.3 hook to cost me 450. I will take the 2x though. I talked about Nurkic on this YouTube. I talked about Paul George's fantasy. The rest of them were discussed on live stream in the Discord. There's another one that was discussed and posted. Jaylen Duren, the play of the day, sweat free, baby. Another one that I did. Unfortunately, James Harden did go over. That was unfortunate, but he did cash his R plus A, so I can't be too upset. And then here's the wall of green complete. This was posted in the Discord before lock. Everybody had a chance to get that. They pushed the combo because of a blowout. It ended up being 5x. I ain't gonna complain about 5x, fella. Same thing here, turned into 3x, cash it. Another one that became 5x because of a DNP. Another 3x. This was my daily double. I gave it to you guys on YouTube. I gave it to people in the cord. This was your 2x double up. It was sweat free. Sweat free. I don't care what anyone says. Sweat free. Then I did this. I had both of these guys. I talked about Jaylen Brown. I talked about Middleton on the tube. I doubled down at halftime and took them both. Cash it, baby. Another combo, which I talked about. Another one that I gave out. A crispy night before slip. 12/18, March 20th. And same thing here. Jaden Ivey sold because it was a blowout. But folks, if you haven't figured it out yet, it's been a master class. I keep saying that. Why do I keep saying that? Because it was a master class. Everything I did was turn into green beads, baby. Where's she at? I gotta find her slip because she posted a banger. It was a 25x. Here it is. Holly Grove with the 2,500. She took Tatum's fantasy score. I talked about that. She threw Lillard in the mix. She took Harden, the combo, Paul George points, and Chris Middleton down there fantasy. 25x for a crispy 2,500. Holly Grove, if you're watching this, congratulations. You made the tube. Wannabag always tails. He smashed. Spartan smashed. He put out the same slip as me the night before. We were both on the EV plays. PPW got a W. What else needs to be said? James wants to be acknowledged. His poverty self gets acknowledged. PrizePicks had a little bit of a delay of game, but guess what? At the end of the day, when the day is done and all the smoke is cleared, they paid out. Everybody cashed. Even Logan cashed. I'm talking the poverty of poverty cashed, folks. But most of all, there's one man in here that cashed. Where is he at? Let me see if I... Burr cashed his daily double up that he gave the cord. The free throws and Chet's Gabi. All these fellas cashed. Another live slip cash from Captain Crush. I doubled down on the two guys that I took mid-game. It ain't a secret. If I have my guys in the full game, I don't care how they're doing in the first half. I double down on them, okay? I had Chet. I had Middleton. I'm going to double down on it. It's that simple because I don't lose faith. I don't pre-chalk. All you pre-chalkers, fuel my fire, which is another reason I'm doing this video the night before, baby, because I'm fired up. But I'm trying to keep it down because my woman's asleep and she's got to wake up early. Muad Dabib, I think this used to be Shark Boy, nuked the daily double and earned $200 for his efforts. Everybody should have had that daily double, including the YouTube faithful. I don't know what's up with Embiid, but here's the deal. Poverty Embiid cashed. He had Allen rebounds and Cade points, which was the worst thing you could take for Cade, but somehow he pulled it off. The whole team got ruled out, and lucky Embiid, he cashed. Embiid won't go hungry tonight. He'll be able to get his $15 win and buy himself some McDonald's. It's not quite enough for Starbucks. You need 20 for that, but Embiid will definitely be able to get himself a chicken nugget and maybe a small fry. No Coke though, Embiid. So the YouTube guy's sitting there right now. He's in the comments. He's like, I didn't win. How do I get out of poverty? Well, you can get my live stream access from the Discord through the gold package. You can get my projection sheet, and you can get access to the general chat and everything else. All the role member slips, CaptainCrush.net, gold package, bang. You go here. Dub Club's actually doing a site-wide sale, and this is probably going to end tomorrow. It'll give you 25% off. You're welcome for that. I could make them turn it off, but I'm just like, nah, it's okay. Let these guys eat. I've been crushing the last 7 days. I'm willing to do it. I don't care. 1 month, $24.99, or the 6 month or the year package, which is probably your best value because they do give you 25% off on that. Just like anything in life, you buy in bulk, you get more value. Captain Crush is no different. Well, Dub Club, because they control it all, baby. Captain Crush is just a pawn in their game at the end of the day when the day is done. So let's keep our feet firing and see what else we can pull out of this dumpster fire on the night before. There's no fantasy scores. There's no dunk props, so I can hold my title for one more day, baby. One more day, I get to wear the crown of dunk props because I made my play of the day a dunk prop Duran, and he cashed. You hate to hear it, Eddie. I know you hate to hear it. And you pre-chalkers, oh, you better believe they were pre-chalking Captain Crush's play of the day in the Discord today. They never have faith in Captain Crush. What does he do? He slaps them, smacks them right back into reality. Know your role. Shut your mouth, pre-chalker. It's hitting. And then bang, cash it. Funds secured. Green bars and green beans. Miss me, pre-chalker. Save it for your woman. Wait, you don't have a woman because you are a pre-chalker. And women aren't interested in your negativity, fella. So let's talk about Jaylen Green, who's on the run of his lifetime. He's on a run like Captain Crush would be on, okay? I'm on a heater. Jaylen Green's on a heater. Can I ride this train one more night? Well, it's tough to say. I did take his points at 24.5, but here's the deal. And everyone that needs to do this, the reason you watch these videos, if you're just skipping through for the picks, I hope you lose. I hope you don't understand what's going on because I'm not interested in you. Take the time, invest in your hobby. I come on these tubes to do the Lord's work. Now, 24.5 points, it's a lot of points. The matchup's terrible. So you can go to his PRA because here's what's going to happen. Check this out. Let Captain Crush quarterback this thing. 24.5 points. Captain Crush, he's telling everybody to take it, right? By morning, it's probably going to be down to 23.5 and everybody's going to panic. The sky's falling. Captain Crush, you told me to take Jaylen Green at 24 and they bumped it down. Do you still like it? If I liked it at 24.5, fella, I love it at 23.5. So for you, the poverty guy that's going to get scared, you can go right over here to his PRA at 33.5, which most likely won't move. Either one of these is fine. I have split exposure. It's in the mix. Jaylen Green is averaging 1.05 fantasy points per minute with a 27% usage rate. Now that's critical, okay? Like I said, the matchup is bad. It's a slow pace. Chicago plays a little bit tight on the D, but I still think they're trying to win games. They've gone on like a 5 or 6 day win streak, just like Captain Crush, and they're trying to make a late run to make the play-in or the playoffs, whatever have you. They're trying to do it. Right now, they can't even sniff the playoff picture, but they're giving it their best. And while they're giving it their best, Captain Crush is going to be putting them in slips because I admire the hustle. If they're going to respect my coin, I'm going to give them every opportunity, baby. Now, the next guy that I want to talk about is Cam Thomas, and they removed his points. His points was 21.5. Captain Crush was thinking it was too good to be true. He averages 1.03 fantasy points per minute with a 30% usage rate, okay? The Milwaukee Bucks are on a back-to-back. Who knows if Giannis is going to play or not? I do want Cam Thomas's points. They took it down. I'm sure it'll come back up. I'm not going to tell you to take his PR. I know you guys are going to see the last 5 see green and be like, oh, Cap, I'm just going to go here because you like it's the last 5 are green. You last 5 Warriors can take a hike. I have zero interest in it. I'm telling you right now, you wait for his points, and if you can get it on another book at 21.5, you put your grubby little paw on your phone screen or your mouse, and you take the points, okay? Because that is what is good. And if they refuse to put it back up and you want to take a shot on Dennis Schroeder, this is Dart now, 1 slip max, you could take 13.5 points for Dennis Schroeder. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't like it, but it's acceptable, okay? You remember Gus Fring from Breaking Bad? It's acceptable. I'll leave it at that. 1 slip max. Now, I almost decided to troll and put the hobo incarnate Brandon Ingram points as the play of the day. He sold back-to-back tacos. He's up nothing but a tax at this point. The matchup is bad. I'm not going anywhere near Brandon Ingram's points, but I will tell you what, CJ McCollum at 15.5 points, it's got to be considered. It's got to be thought about to be put in the mix. It's too low for what CJ McCollum is capable of. And if you don't want to take his points, you could take over at 1.5 turnovers. Orlando is a slower pace, stingy defense. His turnovers are also in the mix. You can pick your poison here, fellas. Either or is fine. But again, I wouldn't go crazy with the exposure here because at the end of the day, when the day is done, they're still Pelicans and he's still CJ McCollum. Keep that in mind, folks. Next level thinking. And remember, the board is dry right now. Normally, Captain Crush loves to come on here and give you a mix, a dabble of this, a dabble of that, but there's only so much I can do here right now. The board is just dry. I will tell you this, rapid fire. Kyle Kuzma, 11.5 RA is probably going to get bumped to 12 tomorrow. So if you have any interest in that, this is where you want to take it. Me personally, I will have maybe 1 slip max. I don't really have interest in any of the Wizards right now. The franchise has nothing to play for. They pull the plug way too early, and I just really don't have any interest in it, folks. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you guys that it's plus EV. And the last man that I'm going to talk about is none other than the I respect your coin 40-minute man, Josh Hart. You hear that, Skywalker? He's the real 40-minute man. In fact, he plays 50 minutes a game and there's only 48 in a game. Think about that. Wrap your mind around it. Josh Hart respects coin, okay? He plays 40 plus minutes a game, and I don't care if it's Joker, I don't care if it's Giannis, I don't care if it's Captain Crush in the mix. I will take anyone that's going to play 40 minutes a game no matter what, because minutes equals money, and this guy respects coin. He hustles, he has heart. Literally, he has heart, hence the name Josh Hart, and he crushes. So I will have exposure to both of these, and when they put his fantasy score on the board, you better believe that I'm taking it. Now, he only averages about 0.87 to 0.9 fantasy points per minute. It ain't that good, and his usage rate is low, but he's a menace. He literally goes coast to coast, blocks, steals, rebounds, assists. He's in your face, and I like it. Okay, his points and rebounds might need to be considered as well, but for now, I'm just going to have exposure to these and the fantasy score. Now, I know I said I was going to leave it at Josh Hart, but Kyrie Irving, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about him at 9.5 rebounds plus assists, because this is going to get bumped to 10 just as sure as water is wet and just as sure as Captain Crush is jacked. You understand what I'm telling you? This will be bumped to 10 probably by the time you're watching it, Mr. Comment Guy, unfortunately. So before you ask me, Cap, do I take the bump? Fella, you got to decide that yourself. Captain Crush can't make that decision for you. Do what makes sense for you, okay? If you feel it, you ride it. If you don't feel it, you fade it. It's that simple. So remember, I'm telling you, get it in now if you have interest in getting it, and then you can pair that with Luka points and then add in a third one, and maybe Kyrie dishes dime to Luka and you get a little bit of crispy correlation there, fella. It's all about correlation. Kev, there's no such thing as correlation in basketball. Brother, shut your mouth. You don't know basketball. Every sport has correlation, and let me smack you back into reality. Of course there's correlation in basketball. People are so lost. I can't stand it sometimes. The pre-chalkers, the clueless, the no basketball IQ having people. I'm begging you to miss me. I'm begging you. But don't worry. Captain Crush is here to lift you out of poverty one day at a time. And I've been doing it now for 7 days straight, and I'm about to make it 8. God willing anyways. So one last time, you go to CaptainCrush.net, you go to the gold package, buy now, and you go there and you get yourself a crispy discount. That gets you into the cord with the winning slips, the live stream, all the jokers. There's probably like almost 800 live members. Everybody gets in the mix. Everybody chats. We're very active. I'm not just one of those cord owners that literally is never active. This is my life, my heart and soul, fella. You get it all. But because of that, I also run a tight ship. So buyer beware, seller beware. Captain Crush doesn't play no games now. I love to joke around, bust chops, but you will not come into my Discord spreading fake news and pre-chalking my plays. I won't have it. I just won't have it. And if you are interested, you can also sign up with any of my partners. The links are in the description. Chalkboard Parlay Play. I'm partnered with them. Oh, baby. Everybody wants to partner with Captain Crush. Why wouldn't you? Captain Crush does the Lord work Mondays through Friday. So with that, I bid you adieu. Sorry it's the night before, or maybe you're happy it's the night before. You better smash that like button because Captain Crush stayed up, 2:30 by the time editing? It might be 4 in the morning. Do your boy a favor, acknowledge me, hit the like, do a subscribe, do it all. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. Don't be poverty. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.